We are Mia and Massi. We live on this beautiful island called Sicily. Join us on our adventures around the island and making and eating local cuisine, on our villa DIYs and on our simple slow living. This is our Sicilian Dolce vita. Venite con noi. Ciao, welcome back. Massimo and I were invited for the 24th and the 25th to my son's house and my daughter-in-law, of course. So we stopped off at our local wine shop. They produce this most amazing homemade wine. You can choose from lots of different beautiful bottles. And we just picked up I think he got a litre or maybe a litre and a half of just Shiraz red wine. And we took that to my son's for Christmas with a bottle of Prosecco too. I then picked up this lovely little tin of biscuits for my daughter-in-law's mother and typically Sicilian. I decided to film just the food and maybe a few little scenes from the 24th and the 25th. As you can tell, starters were really good. Then we had tortellini al brodo with these lovely little meat dumplings. And then Massimo and I cooked this huge roast dinner, which we then took along with us. All the trimmings that you'd find in a normal sort of British roast dinner. Then we had homemade tiramisu that my daughter-in-law Rosadea made, and it was really lovely. My son, that's his favorite dessert. Karen brought along a beautiful artisan panettone pistachio, which was delicious. Viola enjoyed her leg warmers that I'd crocheted a couple of months before. She absolutely loved them. Hi, Massi.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Buon Natale. See you later on, babes.
See you later, baby. Have a lovely day.
You too. Ciao.
Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Merry Christmas!
We then went for a little ride around Ortigia really quickly, just to take the dog out for a walk and then back to my son's house.
For walkies.
Amazing finger food starters. This time the tablecloth was blue and everything was so beautifully decorated. Then we had two types of pasta. We had homemade cannelloni, which, I tell you, and some fantastic pasta with speck, farfalle. Then I don't know what, Mattia was trying to be a horse here of some sort with his other granddad playing along with him, which was really fun. And as main course we had polpettone, which is a meatloaf with egg, ham and cheese, which was wonderful, honestly. And then we ended off with this Christmas log that Rosie had made. I then had a little chat to my kids online. Buongiorno, everybody. So after 2 days of eating far too much, today is another day of eating. Today is Santo Stefano, which means Saint Stefano, and in English we'd call it Boxing Day. It's Stefano's day. I actually have a cousin who's called Stefano. Anyway, I am going back to my son's house. Massi is working, unfortunately, again. But then he's going to pick me up in the afternoon from my son's house, and we're going to go see a live nativity scene. Last time, and I'm not sure it was last year, maybe it was the year before, we went to the village of Belvedere, which was very sweet. It was small. This time we're going to go to Melilli, which is not so far from where we are. And again, it's going to be up on the Ible Mountains. We're hoping to get in. I hope we don't have to book beforehand because I haven't done it. But anyway, let's see how that happens. In the meantime, I want to take you for a little walk down into my garden. Let's go see what the veggie patch looks like. Colors are absolutely beautiful at this time of the year. Never ever get tired of that view, of this view, not that view. Stunning. I literally have like a 360-degree view here. So beautiful. Look at that. Anyway, let's go see. Ooh, lettuce are looking pretty good. I reckon another couple of, probably 15 days, even less, I can probably start eating this wonderful lettuce. The red lettuce is coming along nicely. There's a lot of weeds, probably need to de-weed. We've only got this little patch, and the spring onions are looking good. Wonderful. My Christmas wreaths have survived the storm and the weather and the wind, which is pretty good. Oh, so beautiful. It really is. Apparently it's going to rain this afternoon. It doesn't look like it. Well, maybe it does. Look at those black clouds over there, which is fine. I did want to go for a walk, but my son and my daughter-in-law were like, no, you've got to come over for lunch. So okay, so before I go, I've got my bag and everything ready. I'm going to get my jacket on. I just wanted to show you how happy I am about this beautiful cabinet that Massi built me. We still haven't got like professional lights in, but what we have got, let me just show you, which I think look really sweet, are just some fairy lights that we still have to attach to the top. So at night, it gives it such a lovely atmosphere. I am so happy. I just can't believe. Sometimes I look at it and I think, wow, he's done such a brilliant job. He really, really has. He's done exactly what I've told him. This is something about Massi that I absolutely love. And by watching this, he'll realize that I'm thinking this, but he already knows. Every time I come up with something, I'm very creative in my mind. And sometimes I come up with these like really difficult things, but he gets them so precise. It's unbelievable. So this was my Christmas present from him. Honestly, I loved it. Now I just need to go and buy some more things from the vintage market to add. But the 2 bottles, I love the 2 bottles up there. They look really nice. Anyway, let's go. Otherwise, my son is going to kill me if I'm not ready. So after lunch in the evening, Massimo and I went on a little tour to Melilli, a hilltop town not far from where we live, because we knew that they had a live nativity scene. Rather chilly, hey Max? The main square is so beautifully lit up for Christmas. This is the Basilica of San Sebastiano, and San Sebastiano is the patron saint, and they have a huge festival when it's that time of the year. They even had a fake ice skating rink, which looked really sweet in the piazza. And I just loved the lights all along the arches behind, which just gave it such a beautiful, beautiful Christmassy effect. Luci della terrazza. We were just saying it's really, we underestimate Melilli, and it's a very pretty little village.
I like the way that they've done the lights all over the place, basically. It's really, pretty nice.
Look here, look how pretty that is. Okay, so now we needed to look for this nativity scene, which, to be honest, we couldn't find any directions. We got completely lost, walked up about 1,000 steps and got very, very tired. Eventually we found it. and it was inside a church, which we thought was a bit odd. But then we realized that walking through the church and then out of the church, it led straight into a wonderful courtyard, and that's where all the magic began. We really enjoyed the location. It was surrounded by this stone wall, and it had lots of little water canals and a water mill which was fully functional, which was super interesting to see. Poor donkey.
Sì, quello che metto sulla... Ah, lo vedi che lo fanno?
Ma con la mano del chiuso?
Did you get bus?
Amore, cosa c'è? Cosa c'è? Cosa c'è?
We didn't pay to come into this place. It was free, but you could have left a donation if you wanted to, and there were different sort of boxes that you could leave some money. If you wanted to try the ricotta or the tulma, which is a type of cheese, then again they asked for a little donation. The same with I think it was the wine, can't quite remember. We left a donation for a couple of things, and we were happy just to have some bread, I think it was, and some honey. Sicilians are extremely proud, and they love to show you, their history and the way things used to work, from the olive making to the flour, from the water mill to cooking and weaving and everything that has to do with, the Sicilian lifestyle. Castagne, chestnuts.
Stonemason's gone on lunch break.
He's gone on a dinner break, hasn't he?
I think he's gone for dinner. Yeah.
Gone to eat a few chestnuts. Ah, they're making cavadelli. I cavadelli.
Ah, c'è il ristorante, andiamo.
What'd you get, Matt? Some bread?
Yeah.
Very nice. We need a glass of wine, Mas. Got to the important moment where we're going to see Jesus. On our way out, they had a few local stalls with some local products. We picked up some biscuits and some torrone, which we had later on that evening. Okay, that was very sweet, wasn't it?
It was actually quite very cute. I didn't expect that, to be honest.
It was well organized.
Yeah.
The eating of the ricotta, there was a huge line, so we were like, no.
You know what I noticed, to be honest? Normally, people that were actually playing the staging
Part,
it,
yeah.
they'd normally talk to everyone. These guys were all quiet.
They were serious.
They're very serious, and they were like jobs worth. No, they've done it well. So,
yeah, they did do it well.
Very well.
Anyway, now we are on our way all the way down
to the bottom.
To the bottom of Melilli. There's a huge,
cave.
It's a man-made dug cave.
Yeah, it's dug out cave.
In a long time ago, that's where they got their stone from.
Where the stonemasons, well, basically.
Anyway, so we're going down to this cave down at the bottom of Melilli, and we're just going to go and try and visit this cave. We've tried once to get in, and it was closed, wasn't it?
Yeah, so let's hope it's open tonight.
Yeah. Let's go.
Because that's what they normally open it for evenings like this. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
But before we went down to see the cave, we decided to stop and have some mulled wine and just take in the atmosphere and enjoy the scene that we had in front of us. So basically we are now going to go visit this huge cave, and we are the only ones with some tour guides. Got an exclusive tour, so we're very excited. So come with us. Wow. So the quarry of Sant'Antonio is an amazing place, and we've been wanting to come and visit this place for about a year now, but have had no luck trying to get a hold of people to show us around. And we just casually came across an information box that said that they were doing tours that evening, so we jumped at the occasion. We had two lovely ladies that showed us around, and they were so informed with all the information. We don't have an actual date of when they started to dig the quarry. All we know is that they started from above and they dug all the way down, so it's an underground quarry. They used the stone after the 1693 earthquake to help rebuild a lot of the cities that were, destroyed by the earthquake. Siracusa pure, penso, no?
No, Siracusa no, perché la pietra della Pirera è molto simile a quella del Racusano e dell'Elatomia.
Ah, ok.
Però questa si è formata un po' più in profondità, infatti questa è un po' più bianca, invece nel Siracusano è un po' più giallina.
Sì, vero.
Purtroppo loro non lo potevano fare a parte il calo comunque andavano avanti, la richiesta della pietra naturale invece era
Sì.
Quindi, allora, per quanto riguarda le dimensioni,
So here Marika is showing us that every time they extracted a piece of stone from the wall, they would use this ancient Greek method, which was, first of all, they would draw out the dimensions that they needed, and then along the edges of the dimension, they would insert these wooden pegs, which were then filled with water, and after 3 or 4 days, the water expanded the wood. The wood then would expand and push against the stone, which then broke exactly where those wooden pegs had been inserted, and then they would use pickaxes to extract the rest of the stone. We were also very lucky to find some artwork that was on show at the moment there, and a film had recently been shown, so they had built this long table which was in the middle of the quarry that they had left, and yeah, it was just incredible. I was blown away by the dimension, by the stillness and just by everything. I was very, very interested in seeing this. Sì, incredibile! Wow! Ma veramente? Wow!
E noi ci siamo veramente molto stupiti del fatto che una volta che le abbiamo appoggiate ai muri sembravano fatte per questi muri.
Infatti.
E invece no, ma però facendoci caso comunque il teatro greco è anche molto bianco. Allora questo è quello che Lidia diceva essere il punto più alto.
Ah, ok.
27 metri, sì.
27 metri.
Perché dal soffitto fin giù, che vedete va oltre cioè l'altezza
ok, sì,
dove
sì,
siamo
sì.
noi, sono circa 27 metri.
Incredibile.
E invece mentre filma,
Sì, sì, sì.
Girati lentamente e guarda lì.
Oh my god.
Che dicevamo prima.
Era questa la reazione che noi volevamo, grazie per avercela data.
Che bello.
Ma che l'ho visto prima.
Wow. So that mark on the upper wall, they asked us if we thought it was man-made or naturally made. Massi said he thought it was man-made by some sort of a circular maybe movement that they did. I thought it was naturally made. In fact, it was naturally made. And it was like an error for them, so they left that part alone and they had to dig somewhere else. There were a few of those marks along the wall, which actually, being a defect, I found very beautiful. But yeah, this place is incredible. So they asked us the same question about these black marks on the ceilings and asked us if we thought they were natural or man-made. And actually they told us that they were fire torches that they would use, of course, inside this quarry because they couldn't see. And you could see that they're all up on the ceiling because that's where they started. They started from the top and worked their way down. And some of them wrote their names, or they would say that this part belonged to a certain person under the name of Leone, or whatever the case may be.
E qui c'è scritto buongiorno e Pertigone, e poi lì c'è anche un 1947.
Quindi recente.
E qua c'è tante scritte poi.
Sì, quelle più in basso sono chiaramente vandaliche.
Ok, Van.
Anche perché li riconosci perché sono più
Un po'
basse.
più alto,
Sì.
sì,
Sì, sì.
ok.
Ma quelli alti no, certo.
No. Quelli erano proprio mentre
Con la buona volontà
Mentre lavoravano,
no, quelli proprio sono
E
segnati.
come ci arrivi poi?
And this was the custodian's house until the 1800s. So he would stay here with his family, obviously, and look after the cave. We're all having a fag break now. We're just waiting for the little bus to come and pick us up. What an absolute privilege to be able to come and have this exclusive tour, just Massimo and I, with these lovely ladies that were so informed. It's incredible. And you can tell that they have a passion for this place. What did you think of this place, Massi?
Beautiful, have a taste.
What is it? Nut.
Hazelnut.
Wow, lovely. Did you enjoy it?
Very nice. Enjoyed that very much. Who hasn't seen this place?
Needs to come.
Definitely, 100%.
So we'll leave you the number and everything underneath.
Yeah.
And you can book an appointment with these lovely ladies and come and visit this place. Definitely come in summer. Get away from the heat.
Absolutely.
It's incredible in there. In winter it's warm and in summer it's cool. Hope you enjoyed our little visit to Melilli, and we'll see you next week with another video. Ciao!